So what we're going to be looking at today is the add-on called GMath for Sheets. If you have not yet downloaded this, it's not really a download, it's just what you need to do is go to Get Add-ons. It'll bring up this pop-up window, and you need to search for GMath. There is one for Sheets and one for Documents. Because I'm on Sheets right now, you only see the one for Sheets. Okay. Since I already have it set up, I don't need to install, but what you would see is a big blue button here instead that says free, and then that will allow you to install it. Now the way that you use this is you want to first select a box or a cell that you're going to use, then go to the add-on button, and under the GMath for Sheets, you can choose to either create a math expression or a graph. We'll start with a math expression. And you see you get this pop-up over on the side here. And once it runs, you're then given a box which you can enter the expression. Now you can type this in if you want to, or they give you some options down here at the bottom to put in some of the common mathematical expressions that you'll need, and they have a few equations preset for you. For example, the quadratic formula. Click that and it automatically puts it in for you. Now this might not look like the quadratic equation to you, because what it is, it's actually the programming language called LaTeX or LaTeX, and that will actually put in the quadratic equation for you. So you can preview this. It'll show you what it'll look like. And then, if you want to, you can insert it into the active cell by clicking on this button. So we're going to insert that, and it puts an image into the chart. Then you move down to the next available cell, and delete this, and then I'll put in something a little more simple. So we'll just say x squared minus 4 equals 7. And we can preview that as well. You don't have to preview, but notice that it changes that caret 2 into an actual x squared for you. Then you can insert that into the cell. So that's how you do equations. You can get as complicated as you want using some of these tools down at the bottom to help you. And you see what I did there is I put square root of n a. And so what you would do is you would replace the n and the a with an actual number. So I'm actually going to delete all of this and we'll look at that. Square root, or the root of n. So I can replace n with 3 to make it the cubed root, and a with whatever you want. So if I want it to be x, again, I could put x in there, and then I can insert that into the active cell. Oops, I accidentally replaced because I forgot to move to a new cell. So I'm going to undo that. I'm going to move to a new cell, and I will insert that into the active cell. So you can see it's the cubed root of x. I'm going to move down to a new cell again, and now what I want to show you is how the graphs work. So you do the same thing, you go to the add-on, and this time we're going to create a graph. You use the same pop-up window over on the side, but now it's basically like a calculator. So you've got the function 2x squared, and I'll also use the function 3 times x minus 4. So it's it's in that same y equals notation. We're going to insert that in the active cell. And you'll see it puts in a nice looking graph for you. So now I'm going to want to possibly move that over a little bit. So instead of that, I'm just going to make it 3x and insert that in the active cell. So you can see that it does switch for you there automatically as long as you still have that active cell open. So that's pretty neat. It gives you the ability just to add those into a spreadsheet. It works exactly the same on a document, but with the spreadsheet you have the added ability of creating a quick quiz. And what it does is it actually creates a Google form for you. So you just click on Create Form. Okay, you got to select the range that you want. So I want these cells, and then proceed. You're going to enter a title. I'm just going to call this Test Quiz, and then create the form. So it says the minions are working. So now we can go back to our quiz will look like. So you can see it gives you the basic solve and then the question. So like this one doesn't make a lot of sense because I just put in the quadratic equation. But you can solve for whatever it is. Here, this one, you're obviously going to be solving for x. This one, again, doesn't make a lot of sense because of the way that I put it in, but if you're actually putting in questions, it will make a lot more sense for the students. And then this one is going to be solved, so whatever it is there, so 0, 0, and whatever this point turns out to be. And then they just put the answers in as a text-based question, and then you will be able to see all of the answers in a normal Google form type thing. It'll create another spreadsheet for you where you'll see all of the student responses.